We are back at another great episode, Meet the Innovators, with more of my friends, okay? This is a pleasure to be with one of the greatest artists this area's ever seen. I'm talking about Frankie Zombie. He is live in the flesh. Zombieland is here. Zombieland is among us. Tell the people where you're from, man.
I'm originally from New York. Long Island. I was born in Long Island, raised in the Bronx.
Okay.
And
birthplace of hip hop.
You know, hey, let's get into it.
Okay.
But we'll save that for another subject. Moved to Spartanburg maybe about a little bit before high school.
Okay.
You know, Drummond University.
And why did you move to the South? What brought you down here?
Well, it was like most city kids. Your parents want to move you to a more what they thought was safe environment to progress and you know your education and just get out of the hood. And then you get to Spartanburg and realize there's hoods everywhere. But now I love them for that. You know, at a young age, man, we were running wild out there, like making good grades and skipping school, like in like the 2nd and 3rd grade. Wow. So like, yeah.
Grown.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. But I really appreciate and thank my parents for that. It brought a different sense of direction and focus, you know, when I came down to the South. And I had family here too, so it wasn't really like a culture shock. You know, during the summer times, our parents, the thing in New York for all the children were you send them down south for the summer and you don't come back until school starts.
Right.
So it wasn't really like too much of a shock. So,
So to my understanding, your mother was stricken with severe illness. And you took the mantle up as being the boy and the man in the house to take care of her. Tell us what that burden is like, and how you know just to turn that on and go.
It's hard, bro. Well, I found out about it coming back to visit at one point from LA because I lived out there for a few years, and I'm gearing up to go back home, and then we start to get the news about, you know, stage 4 cancer, breast cancer. And, you know, at that moment, like, even though you're grown, like, you want to break down, like, this is your mom, like, it's your hero, the person that's been there, man. But then you start to see in her spirit and on her face that she needs you. So, you know, you turn into superhero or whatever you need to make sure that her spirit is intact. And that day in the hospital room, in the office room, when they gave us the news, I just remember sitting next to her, and she got the news, and her body just went weak. Immediately crying, I looked at the rest of my family. Everybody else is just breaking down. And I say to myself, you know, something in my spirit told me, here's where you need to put yourself aside and really be there for her. So I just got to, you know, close to her real tight, you know, chest out, chin up, told the doc what we need to do to get over this. You know, it's an everyday battle. It's an everyday battle, but, you know, to see her smile or to look out the window and see her still trying to exercise and got the music going, and or you driving by the neighborhood to go home and you see her walk in the neighborhood, you know, being as strong, that makes me want to just be the strongest person I can be, point blank period, you know, even through my arts and everything, like not knowing when your last day will be or you go through.
Talk about that more, you being an artist. You use a lot of abstract art. A lot of words are written in your paintings, mixed use materials. What inspirations do you draw from to create what you create?
Well, I call that my diary style, and that actually started around when I'd gotten the news from my mom. Before then, I used to just write cool words and stuff and like it goes way far back. I have the diary style tattooed on me from like 8 years ago. But when I got the news from my mom, the first piece I'd created was called Doorstep News. And it was like a 48 by 60 inch piece where I just rocked out for about 3 months and just let everything out that I've been going through, you know, relationship problems, my mom, depression, you know, things not working out the way you want it to, you know, in the music industry or the art realm, and, you know, depression, like transitioning to suicidal thoughts, and like a lot of things that we as men really don't like to talk about in person. It was way easier for me to talk about through the pieces. So, you know, each piece I do, each shoe, each canvas, you know, jacket, anything, it's all personal detail that strikes a real conversation, whether it's race, political, you know. I love when white people walk up to me at art shows and see there's a certain phrase that I put in my diary style, we not niggas. I love for them to come up and ask me about it. Some of them think it's from like a harsh, you know, standpoint, but it's no, I want you to come talk to me as a black, you know, man, and look me in my eye and have that conversation about, you know, the last 400 years. You know, yeah, man, diary style is just my way of expressing myself in the most honest way possible.
Beautiful. You know? And you're one of the most recent projects. You've done a collection of murals in town, Spartanburg. You have a mural downtown at the, what's it, Palmetto Lofts?
Yeah, Palmetto Lofts.
And then you also have the now iconic mural in the Highland community at the Bethlehem Center. Highland is a very historical community here in Spartanburg, behind the beacon. One way in, one way out.
Sir.
There's youths that go to the Bethlehem Center for the Colors program, of where you know, artists like yourself, Adam Black, provide mentorship to the youth there, and utilizing their talents to free themselves, I would say. Tell us about that experience with the Colors program and that mural at the Bethlehem Center.
Well, before we even get into the mural aspect, I had a blessed moment to spend time with the children in the classrooms. And I've said this a few times, and I just think it's very important. I walked into the classroom, I heard one of the young boys, young kings, say to one of his buddies, "He's black." And like that sent chills through my body, because I knew at that moment they were used to seeing, you know, so many people they couldn't relate to. And it put me back in like superhero mode, where like I'm a young kid looking up to other people, like, you know, my big brother or my dad, or, you know, certain people I had seen growing up that just were like that idol for me. And to be able to engage with those children and talk about entrepreneurship and just let them know, look, here's what I do all day. I create and I have fun doing it, and I make a living out of it. And
you're great at it.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man. And then being able to gain the trust of the Bethlehem Center to do that mural with my brother Adrian Meadows, you know, and to have, you know, Herald Journal and Channel 7 say, hey, we think this is potentially the first actual mural of the city. And it meant something more to me because it was done in Highland, in a community where, you know, struggles go on in the community, and we need to shed as much light on it as possible.
Most definitely. And I think those type of examples inspire such a different type of child when they see the possibilities. I'm a big fan of your work. You know, we talk about this on the scenes, off the scenes, behind the camera, off the camera.
You was there at the Palmetto Lofts, man, the whole time I was creating, just politicking the whole day, and you know.
The whole day we were really kicking
entire day.
Just documenting, taking in just information. Was at the Glen Springs, just going back and forth. We work a lot behind the scenes
man.
In the arts community here. Favorite colors?
My favorite colors? My favorite color is black. But it depends on my day, man.
Why is black your favorite color?
It's powerful.
Mm.
Come on, man. You know that. It's powerful.
You know, I want to hear my guys say it.
It's powerful, man.
Yeah.
It's bold.
Right. Right.
You can't miss it.
You can't miss it. It's a summation of everything coming together. You know, life does not exist without black holes. It's the birth of the universe, you know. You know, your brand is very strong. And if you were to explain your brand in, let's say, less than 30 seconds, how would you explain the Frankie Zombie brand?
I will not quit. I will prove so many people wrong in the most positive way possible. Mm-hmm. Frankie Zombie art brand is to inspire the world. It doesn't matter where you live. It does not matter where you come from.
Right.
Because I have been there.
Yeah.
I still go through certain struggles, deep struggles.
Oh, for sure.
I will not quit.
Yes, sir.
The world needs to know that art is a religion in itself. And it can heal so many different things. Like me as a person, I just won't give up. No matter where I am, no matter what people, you know, throw at you or say about you, whether it's in your own community or beyond, I'm relentless, man.
And relentless indeed, man. You know, Aquarius season, you know, we
already
provide
know.
The water, we provide the knowledge and the light. So
talk to him, man.
You
walk
into it, you know, it's a whole lot of activity
talk
right here.
To
you
him,
know?
man.
Man, okay. So, you know, you're a super dope artist, and people always want to know, where's Frankie? What's he doing? You know, you're the rock star. So, what do you have coming up over this next year that you're free to share with our viewers?
A couple cool things, man. Just finished up crosswalk murals with my buddy Adrian Meadows. Some great things with my buddy Chris Adamo in Miami, whom I met in Breakout and kept a brothership happening there. With a shoe brand out in Miami where, you know, they love my work and just want me to come create on the spot. Nothing can stop me.
For sure.
As long as I have, you know, friends like you that I can look up to and family that just won't give up in their communities, it won't ever end. Nothing can stop us.
Beautiful. You can find him on Instagram, Frankie.Zombie.
Yes, sir. Frankie.Zombie _. Facebook should be the same thing.
Website?
You know, website, frankiezombie.com. Have some new things coming up.
Most definitely. Make sure you support the arts. Stop by the mural. Give them the address for the mural for our viewers.
For which one?
For the one at Bethlehem Center. We're talking about that one right now.
Bethlehem Center. I forgot that one.
Okay. It's
I forgot
off,
the address.
Highland Avenue, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're right behind the beacon.
Right
you
behind
can't
the
miss
beacon?
it. Right behind the
If
beacon.
you go into the beacon, it's on your right.
Right side.
Your next turn, well, actually, past Beacon Street.
Yep.
Your next turn, you can't miss it.
You can't miss it.
Go up there and take a
can't miss
selfie. You know what I mean? Get your family out. Get your
You
Get your Snapchat
can't miss those colors once you cut that right.
For sure. We want to thank SMC here at the Ballard Building and Bruh Mentoring for sponsoring the space that we have here today at Meet the Innovators.
Yes, sir.
It's always a blessing to have partners like them to keep pushing this vision forward. Make sure y'all run back to other episodes. There's some jewels and they all laced in between, you know what I'm saying? And it's a pleasure to have your time and attention. Meet the Innovators, we out. It's your boy, Shemuel Namaste.